Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is happy pre-Friday, Thursday, March 30th, the next to last day of the month. Can you believe it? And tonight we're having one of our family favorites. We're going to have baked ziti. So I'll show you what we're going to be doing. It's a pretty simple dish. Nothing difficult. Normally I do this meatless, but today I decided, originally I was going to make lasagna and then I just wasn't quite feeling it, but I still wanted to have the meat in it. So what I did was I browned up some sausage here. So I have my sausage browned up already, and I have boiled to al dente a pound of penne pasta. So I'm going to add the sausage in there. Already drained that so we don't not throwing grease in there. We're just gonna get that goodness in there. So I hope everybody's had a good week so far and you've got some great plans for the weekend. Okay, so we've got that all in there. We've got the hot pasta. I only had to boil that about 9 minutes. It's going to be a very full pot, let me tell you. Okay, so to that I am going to add my shredded mozzarella cheese. We got that in there. So this, and I have my container of ricotta cheese. That's a 15-ounce container. If you don't want to use ricotta, you can use cottage cheese. But honestly, I just think that's kind of sad because ricotta is a wonderful thing. So I'm going to get rid of that. We are going to add, in here I have salt and pepper, and I have like a palm full of dried parsley, a teaspoon of oregano, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper. Approximately. I'm not really good about using a measuring spoon. And 1 egg. The egg is kind of what holds it all together. Now we're just going to mix this up. And then we're going to add some pasta sauce. We get this mixed up here. Like I said, this is going to be a very full pot. Oops. Like I've said before, I'm a pretty good cook, but I am a messy cook. I get in there with my hands. I make a mess all over the place, but at least I clean up after myself. So nice thing about doing dishes like this is that for the most part, all of your prep dishes, you get them all cleaned up before dinner. So there's not much in the way of, stuff that you have to clean up afterwards. Now, I'm going to add this pasta sauce. Yes, it's jarred sauce, and yes, sometimes I make my own. But this came from Target. It's their tomato, basil, and garlic. It's really good, and it only has 6 grams of sugar, so it's not too bad. Excuse me 1 minute. I forgot the pasta water that I saved. You always want to save your pasta water, at least a little bit of it. When you cook your pasta, you're going to cook it in some pretty salted water. That water should kind of taste like the ocean. Now I'm just going to rinse that out. We want to use a little bit of the pasta water in our dish so that we can kind of marry the pasta to the sauce. Okay, that is looking like serious yumness, but because there's so much of it, I'm going to use another half of this jar. Don't want to have a dry dish. So, getting that all mixed up nice. Often I'll make this in the morning or even the night before and let it sit, because honestly, this is one of these dishes that seriously is better the next day, I swear. Okay, so now we're going to put everything, after I clean up that little mess, into my lasagna pan. I love this. Got this years ago from Princess House. But that's my idea. Can you tell that I'm used to cooking for a gigantic family? As a mom of 5, I am just used to cooking for a lot of people. And tonight my nephew's coming, so I know that, oops, I think I got that on me. I missed. Okay, so here we have our ziti in our dish. I'm going to pour the rest of this sauce over the top, like so. There we go. There's a little in there, so let's rinse this with a little bit of that pasta water. Good to last drop. Kind of like Maxwell House coffee. There we go. So we got that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is then I'm going to sprinkle it with my freshly grated, they'll tell you Parmesan, but honestly, I like Asiago better. So that's what I'm putting on top of mine. And then, just because I feel like it, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Italian seasoning over the top. And seriously, I have this love affair with basil. I can't wait to go to McCaffrey's and get my basil. They have the best basil plants, honestly. So there we go. All I have to do now is cover this with aluminum foil, and I am going to bake it at 375 for about a half an hour. And that's what's for dinner. What's going to go with it? A tossed salad and garlic knots. I get these at BJ's. I used to be able to find them at Aldi's, but can't anymore. These are delicious. So we're having these because I just don't feel like making bread today. So there you go. That's what's for dinner. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.